Chelsea Football Club dominating the back pages of the papers this morning. I call the shots is the headline in the Sun today. Bombing out Sterling and Chilwell was my decision. Enzo Maresca did his press conference yesterday. He was asked about being brutal with his players. He says it's not brutal, it's the truth. It's better to be honest. Back page of the Times this morning, Sterling's Chelsea exile. Meanwhile, the Mirror going for ends game for Chelsea. For Sterling, loud and clear is back page of the Daily Express, and Raheem exit talks is the back page of the Daily Mail. All week, Jeff, it's been all about Chelsea, but we heard from Enzo Maresca yesterday. What do you think about the brutal honesty towards these players, or is that just football?
It is football, to a degree, but we don't know what's been happening there. We don't know what's been happening in terms of Raheem Sterling. We don't know how he's been doing in training, but he was involved in the pre-season tour, wasn't he? He was apparently led to believe he was going to be part of the team, the squad, if you like, this year. What I don't understand is we all know Raheem Sterling is a good footballer. We all know Ben Chilwell is a good footballer. We all know that Trevor Chalobah is a good footballer. I don't quite get how Chelsea feel they can replace them with better players. These are guys who've proved themselves. But as you said, Tony, it seems like the profile of the sort of player they're looking for is very different now, much younger.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, that's costing the club probably, if you've got Ben Chilwell, 200,000 a week. Yeah. Raheem Sterling reportedly 300,000. Trevor Chalobah probably close to 100,000. £600,000 a week to players you're going to just discard. But yeah, the manager's got no choice. You can't have a squad training before games of 26, 28, 30 players. You just can't. And they've got more than that. I'm using that as a pretty conservative number.
Knowing Chelsea's ways, though, Tony, if Maresca's not given time, yet at the start of the season, he's bombed out a number of players who've been told, you're not going to get minutes here, find yourself a new club, and he's not there in 3 months, just per se.
Raheem Sterling is, spoke already about, he wants to stay in the Premier League. Well, then if he wants to stay in the Premier League, he's going to have to take a wage cut. Because there ain't no one going to pay him what he's getting at Chelsea. So either Chelsea are going to have to pay him off to a certain degree. What sort of fee would Raheem Sterling be? Because they'd still want something back.
But they're going to have to pay him off, not to a certain degree, they're going to pay him off to a massive degree. And if Chelsea want these players off their books, you're absolutely right. Other Premier League sides, they're not going to pay the wages that they're on at the moment. So Chelsea are going to be, forking out money hand over fist just to get them off their books.
That's only 3 of the ones that there's others there as well. It's a bit of a strange scenario how Chelsea's developed, because the idea 3 years ago of what they were thinking and what they were doing was based on having experienced players that me and Jeff were talked about, and with younger players coming in as well. Now it's gone literally full circle.
I mean, to illustrate how difficult it is, Lukaku's still on their books. Kepa's still on their books. They can't get rid of them.
I mean, realistically, can they get rid of around about 10 players between now and the transfer window closing?
Of course they can't.
It's crazy. Another story going around today, keen to get your thoughts on. Pundits get ref lessons. This is an exclusive by Matt Hughes in the Sun. Top pundits like Gary Neville, Alan Shearer, Jeff Stelling, we'll add it in there, was given a lesson on the laws of football by referee-in-chief. Sunsport has learned stars from all over. Major broadcasters were invited to a conference call with the PGMOL boss Howard Webb and Premier League's Director of Operations Tony Scholes. 70 pundits from all top flights, domestic rights holders, Sky Sports, TNT, BBC, etc., all took part in this call. What are these like, Jeff?
I was going to say, they say it's a new thing. It's not. It's been going on for years. I've been to them in the past, and generally, one of the, in this case Howard Webb, one of the top men from the PGMOL will stand up and explain the different interpretations, changes in the law, and then different interpretations of the law. For instance, the different interpretation of the handball rule. This time to give you a couple of examples of what might have happened last season or the previous season, and then explain what will happen this season if the same thing happens. And they're really useful. I mean, they are really useful just to bring people up to date with not so much the laws, but the interpretation of the laws in the eyes of the PGMOL. So that's what they're about, and it happens every season.
Okay. I mean, like you say, they mentioned this is the first time actual pundits have been invited.
Well, it's just not true.
Oh, interesting.
No. Well, I've been to them, so it's just not true.
No, and look, there's been law changes. I think from 2016 and beyond, the laws were changing regularly, but they've sort of slimmed it down, Jeff, haven't they, in recent seasons? They're now, just like Jeff was talking about, just slightly altering the law so it's much more easier for everyone to understand.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be great. Webb also committed to greater transparency and has pledged to give fans more big screen replays in stadiums while offering near live explanations of VAR calls on social media platform X as well. Just a quick story on Manchester United. Online for the Mail just now, Manchester United's latest cost-saving measures, including bizarre cuts for matchday staff after Sir Jim Ratcliffe's wide-scale financial review. Apparently he's cut the lunch boxes for the matchday staff. They used to be given a wee doggy bag of a sandwich, a soft drink, a packet of crisps and a cereal bar. 250 redundancies earlier on this year. They've cut the lunch boxes for matchday staff too.
Where are our lunch boxes at talkSPORT?
I was going to say, do we all expect to get our lunch given to us at work, or is that?
Of course not.
We do get a pastry in the morning though, which is quite nice, don't we?
Yes, we do. As long as it's on a Monday morning, because by a Friday morning, I'm told they're pretty stale.
Oh yeah.
Pretty crusty. Anyway, no, people, I don't get that at all. The lunchboxes. Why would a football club provide anybody with a lunchbox? Do you ever get a lunchbox?
No.
From any of your clubs, Tony?
No.
In fairness though, Jeff, when we rock up to games to do work,
Get
you're
food.
always given a great match day food.
Yeah, well, that's regularly commentated on, isn't it? About who's got the best food when you go to matches and the service you get. I was at West Ham on Saturday against Villa, and I thought it was really decent.
Yeah,
really good.
In the days when I used to go out and about, Arsenal was always a cut above.
Yeah.
We need Moose for this.
Yeah,
we
Moose
desperately need Moose.
Yeah, that's why the quality's gone up, because it was sausage and mash on Saturday. That was the pre-match meal for us in the press. Yeah, it's good fun.
Shebahn, thank you very much indeed. That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Join Tesco Mobile and get business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big mobile networks. Tesco Mobile. Every little helps. For applicable terms and verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Morning, says Jill, Manchester United fan, says, what a pleasant surprise to see Jeff and Tony on a Thursday. Looking forward to a great show. Thank you, Jill. And Gribbo, the Charlton fan, surely the best way to meet financial fair play rules or PSR rules is these days is to bomb 20-odd £150,000 a week players out. Not brutal, in my opinion, just modern football. Well, Gribbo, you might have a fair point there. Of course, João Felix isn't coming in for sort of threatens halfpenny, isn't he? How much is he going to be on? It's one thing to bomb 20-odd 150k a week players out, but it doesn't really help if you're bringing that number of players in on similar salaries as well. Coming up, did Phil Foden deserve the PFA Player of the Year award? I think the answer is yes, isn't it? We'll discuss that next.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.